Hello everyone, Chef Ike here and welcome back to the YouTube channel for yet another amazing recipe. And today I'm going to be making this absolutely delicious homemade Viazi Karai with a super simple Ukwaju sauce, and it will come together super quick and it's super easy to make. And you don't even need chickpea flour or that garam flour, we're just going to use all-purpose flour. So you're going to start by peeling your potatoes. Here I went with about 6 to 7 large potatoes. I peeled them and then added a large bowl of water and washed them until they were nice and clean. Once they're clean, you don't want to chop them up. You could do them into any shapes. You could turn them into bhajias. But here I just quartered them, so split them down the middle and then cut those halves into halves. That's usually the best size for Viazi Karai. If you'd like your smaller, sure, you could eat them, but I highly do recommend you just cube them and they'll work just fine. Once they're nice and cubed up, add them back into that large bowl, and then you want to wash them once more just to get any excess starch that might be on the outside or where you cut. Maybe just optional, but highly recommended. And then once it's done, you can now start to boil this up. So add them to a large pot along with some hot water and some salt, and you can add more salt than you need because not all of it will seep into the potatoes itself, so you need to add a little bit more. So you need to boil them just until they're fork tender, close to fork tender. You don't want them too soft, neither do you want them too hard either. Just until when you stick add anything like a knife through it, it'll just poke until it gets to a point and it stops moving, like just a top layer to be cooked through and the center just to be a little bit hard. So while that is cooking, we can make our ukwaju. So to your ukwaju, I got mine at Kongowea. You can add in some hot water and let that soak, and while you work on everything else. Once taking your potatoes off, drain them and just let them steam. In the meantime, we can start to heat up some vegetable oil. Just add some vegetable to a large frying dish. Could use any that you have on hand, and we can just let that get hot. Now for our ukwaju, once you have it nice and soaked and the water is nice and warm, you do not want to add as much water as I have done here. It was a bit excessive amount of water, but you need to wash the ukwaju first and then soak it in some hot water, half the amount of water that I did, and squeeze it out with your hands just until you have that beautiful sauce or ukwaju juice you need out, and then take out any bits that might be left at the bottom. And that's your base ukwaju sauce. And then you can do our other components. So here I have 1 clove of garlic and a small sliver of onion, just a little bit of onion along with 1 clove of garlic, and you want to just gently mash that together with a little bit of salt just until it's nice. You formed a nice and smooth paste, or it's just nice and creamy. And once you've created that base, you just want to go in with your ukwaju sauce along with some salt and a sprinkle of sugar just for a little bit of sweetness, and give that a mix and just let that sit while we work on all our other components, or we go back to our warus or our Viazi Karai. The longer you let this sit, the better it will infuse nicely with the onions and the garlic, and after that you could strain it if you want, which I ended up doing. So to make our coating for Viazi Karai, combine some all-purpose flour, and for the coloring, here I went with turmeric. You could also use food coloring along with some salt and some water. Add the water a little bit at a time so that the batter is not too thin. You don't want it extremely thin, just want it thick enough so that it can coat it fully and it won't be overbearingly thin and it won't mix in together properly. Once you have your beautiful potato coating ready, now I want to add in your boiled and almost fully cooled potatoes. I went with about 5 around. You could do as many as your frying pan can fit. So just add the number of potatoes you're going to fry at that immediate frying session, and you want to gently coat them in that beautiful coating. So just go over with a spoon and coat each side just until it's all fully coated and you have a nice layer all over. So once you have a nice layer all over, you can now head on over to our stove, and by now our oil is hot. Gently dip them into the oil and fry them until they're nice and golden brown. They will get a golden brown, but they'll have a nice golden tint to them. And you want to make sure you tilt them and you divide them, because they will stick together because you're using all-purpose flour. But if you have a special flour for Viazi Karai, please do use it and tag me to see how it stands out. And that's it. Serve with your ukwaju and enjoy. I really hope you guys give this recipe a try, and if you do, I will have my socials linked here. So make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more amazing content every single Monday.